together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
All right, I'll admit I've never seen that one before.
Yep, cool. I knew that was going to be a complete surprise to you. We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. Shout out to JP for that track. It was part of the big picks from Dave one that we had our own little section. So I got that. I worked my magic, and there's our intro.
All right.
I pulled us both out there, Tim, at the start. I said I was trying something different this morning. I had this fully planned since like 2:30 last night. So,
nice.
But today we have a baseball slate. We have games starting in about an hour and a half. So that should be fun. Then we got 3 WNBA games at the end as well. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One right, but one wrong in the world of sports betting. Yesterday was rough for me. 4-8-1 in MLB. First, truly bad day in MLB in a while. Down 4.04 units. Atlanta, Minnesota over 10. Finished 3-0. That was pretty bad. Who had Patrick Corbin throwing 7 shutout innings as the Nationals win 4-1, and the over 8.5 doesn't come anywhere close. Orioles first 5 in full game. I'm tired of people telling me how good this Orioles team is. Whenever I bet on them, they suck. Padres first 5 full game. That one was rough. Mets pushed the first 5. So I started 0-6-1. I got the Cardinals first 5. And 5 runs in the 8th inning absolutely destroyed that game for the Cardinals. They lose the full game, win the first 5. Phillies first 5 full game double up, cashes again. They are taking care of business with this Cubs team right now. White Sox money line was the winner. Tampa Bay, Arizona over 9.5 was a loser. Overall, 4-8-1, down 4.04 units in the MLB. WNBA for me went 1-1 and broke even, 0.00 units. Sparks money line plus 125 was a loser. Mystics minus 5.5 was a winner. So overall 5-9-1 yesterday, down 4.04 units. Still positive on the month. 182, 163, and 25, up 7.44 units on to today.
We just keep getting buried on the site. It's just been bad. Sparks money line loser. The over in the Atlanta game loser. I said I wanted to grab Atlanta run line. That would have kind of neutralized it, but it is what it is. The over in the Nationals game. Who had Patrick Corbin pitching good? I don't think anybody did. Under in the Mystics go under for the third over for the third time this year, and they score 109 points. Did not have that one in my cap when they're averaging 74 a game. Padres lost 7-1. The Baltimore Orioles lost in extra innings. The over did not hit in the Arizona game. Our one winner was the Chicago White Sox. Not good. 1-7, down 6.25 units. It's been ugly. I don't understand. We had a really good start to the month, and now we're down big for the month. Just ready for July to come and start new with the month. It's been rough.
Yeah.
Not going to sugarcoat it.
One thing we forgot to recap. Was gotta say congratulations to Domingo Germán last night. The first perfect game in MLB since 2012.
I had no clue that happened.
Yeah, we were live on stream when it happened. So shout out to Domingo.
Yeah, I was notified at work today. Yeah, one guy goes, "Hey, did you see the Yankees threw a perfect game?" I'm like, "They did what?"
Yeah,
because I was asleep by first pitch.
That's right.
So it is what it is. First perfect game since, what was it, Felix Hernandez? Sheesh.
Yeah, over 11 years.
Crazy. And it's Domingo Germán after he gave up 10 earned runs. Yeah,
Of course.
welcome to baseball. Nick, do you want to go say hi to the chat, and then we'll get started?
Yeah, Dave's intro music. Yeah, that was a verse from the full version. And when we do Nerd Talk, there's a full version that will be part of the intro. That's just the ESB part.
Yeah.
Morning, fellas. Good morning, Mr. Demontre Williams. Good morning, guys. Hope we all had a profitable day today. Hopefully, yeah. Brewers, we don't want to talk about that game. Morning, boys. Went 8 of 11. You go 8 for 11 a lot. Again, 3 days in a row having two 1-off games and a sweep before that. There you go. Mid last week till now it's been a while. Yes. Sorry to hear that. Ouch. They told me yesterday why I liked them. They made me money. Cool. Last night TV game was wild at the end. Yeah, I should have been. I was staring on the live stream. I was staring at the Tampa Bay Rays money line heading into the ninth. Oh well. Last Tampa Bay game was that was wild last night. A's money line today. We'll definitely be getting into that. I don't think we have a line for that game actually.
I mean, I don't care what the line is. I want to grab the A's.
Well, we don't have a starting pitcher for the game. We don't have anything. We don't have a line to bet on that game.
Well, what was the last thing everybody saw?
I'm aware, but we don't have a starting pitcher, so I physically can't make the bet.
Correct, but when it comes out, I will like them.
Yes. Let's see. Yeah, on Bet Online it's now available. I'm seeing 190 on DraftKings for the Yankees. Schmidt versus undecided, according to.
Schmidt. Yeah, go ahead. Sign me up for some Oakland.
Yep. My same game parlay hit, but I was doubtful going into the ninth. There you go.
No, it was never in doubt.
Never in doubt. All right, we ready to get started here?
No.
Padres minus 185 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this game. The line opened up at 171. It's up to a 186, a 15-cent line movement towards the Padres. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110, and it's up to an 8.5 minus 115, a 15-cent line movement towards the over in this game as well. Let's get up the ticket count here. There we go. We have 42% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the Pirates, and the lines move towards the Padres. So the books don't care about the 81% apparently. They're showing no fear of that as they continue to move the line to the Padres. 46% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the under, and the line's moving up. So once again, they're not really scared of that under money, which is kind of interesting. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal for today. Let's move this over to the 29th and see what PNC Park plus 5% runs, minus 3% home runs, plus 13% doubles and triples, 0% on singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup for this one here. Luis Ortiz and Joe Musgrove. Musgrove 2.1 ERA, 1.07 whip, 7.2 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%. 1.80 walks per nine, a 287 BABIP, a 2.9 FIP, and a 3.9 SIERA. On the flip side, Ortiz with a 3.6 ERA, 1.6 whip, 6.9 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 4.5 walks per nine, a 318 BABIP, a 5.5 FIP, and a 5.02 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Padres, 3.89 FIP, 4.28 SIERA, compared to 5.97 and 5.19. 105 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to the Pirates, which against righties are 78 WRC plus, which is 29th the last 30 days. In theory, this should be a Padres spot. Padres have been bad lately, and it's been frustrating. I think this is a spot where they should show up. Luis Ortiz is not somebody I'm particularly confident in, and I can see this game as finally the one where the the Padres break through offensively. 8.5, I kind of like that. It's a 5.5 team total, which is kind of tricky. They really priced me out of a lot of things I like in this game because it's minus 118 for the run line for the Padres, which you can lean that way. I would like to back the over, but I don't trust the Pirates putting up runs against Musgrove, which has been really good lately. So I think at the end of the day, I'm just going to go with the minus 1.5 full game run line, which I hate doing, but here we are. San Diego Padres minus 1.5, minus 118 for me.
I'm giving up on the Padres. Padres and the Mets are in the same bucket right now. So teams I just do not trust. And I'm not going after Pittsburgh. They're still a team. Yes, they've won, 2 straight now? 2 straight. Yeah, 3 out of their last 5. They are still god-awful right now. So, sorry, Pittsburgh. I'm not touching you guys right now. Although home doggy, I'm not scared of it. Both teams have kind of just sucked. So, not really any interest in this game. I'll be honest, looking through the matchups and stuff, there was a reason why I did a WNBA balling out last night and not MLB. Today's slate sucks. Like, it is bad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's not the greatest of slates, but yeah.
Back to the channel.
Yup. Trying to find where we left off. There we go. Roto has Logan Harris. Or Hogan Harris, yeah. I like Hogan Harris. He's strong. A's first 5 money line. Yep. Sadly, 0-1. Sadly, Orioles. Yep. Parleys got ruined last night, but I won this morning in Japanese baseball. There you go. Logan Harris? I thought it was Caprillion. I think it's going to be Hogan Harris opening for James Caprillion, if I remember right, because I have James Caprillion written down as the starting pitcher for today. I wanted to back the Pods here, but then Pirates can light up the bats most random days, so I stayed away. Fair. Had the Pirates last night. Was leaning Pirates again last night, but Musgrove on the pitch. Yeah. Like the over 8.5, though. I don't know if I can trust the Pirates to do it with their 29th WRC plus versus righties. Harris has been decent so far. Go click on him on OddsShark. He's played. Yeah, I know who Hogan Harris is. I have numbers behind him. He's been good. Another blind spot in the WNBA is Fever 3.5. Thoughts?
I don't want to touch the Fever as a road dog, but I normally back home dogs. There's 0 chance I'm backing Phoenix. So,
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they do sweep today. Pirates are going for the sweep. Yikes, that's ugly. I just think it'll be similar situation as yesterday. Seems like the Yankees bats are waking up without Judge. Yeah, I can see it.
It also helps when they throw a perfect game. So
Josh Inglis is reporting. Yeah, Hogan Harris. I can see that. I just don't. Other books are coming out with lines on that game. I just don't. Let's see. Let me check again. Let me see if they came out with a line here. No, I don't have a line on BetOnline with Mark out like the Fever, like under 8.5 in the Padres game. What's up, fellas? What's good? Rise. No way the Pirates should be at my plus 160. Fair. We have some MLB money, though, my guys. May have to force it. Don't have to force plays. Today's slate, I only back 2 to 3 teams and 8 player props again. There you go. After winning 2 against the Padres, they should be at least plus 130. Good luck. Luis Ariz and Ohtani over 1.5 bases. Storm minus 1.5. If that hits, you may as well add them both to get a hit. There you go. Got to get them bases, though. Fair. We'll move on to the next matchup here. So we have the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers. Here, the Rangers are minus 160 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. I have John Gray and Reese Olson. I don't know if that's correct, though. No, they switched it to Corey Bradford. This Rangers roster. Let me get that. him into the Cody Bradford is who is starting for the Rangers now. Let me quickly switch that over. Because the site I used to put in the pictures. There we go. Let's take a look at the line history here. Line opened up at a minus 220, and it's dropped all the way to a minus 151. Line opened up at a 9, minus 120 to the over. Now it's 9, minus 121 to the under. So a 21-cent line movement towards the under in this game. Kind of interesting there. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this one. See if we can figure something out here. 13% of the tickets, 45% of the cash is on the Detroit Tigers. 36% of the tickets and 37% of the cash, or 64% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the under here. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal, see what type of conditions we have in this one. Minus 7% runs, which is the second worst on the slate. Minus 2% home runs, minus 16% doubles, triples, plus 1% on the singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Olsen and Bradford. Olsen, 4.74 ERA, 1.05 whip, 10.22 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%, 2.19 walks per 9, a 254 BABIP, a 384 FIP, and a 3.34 SIERA. On the flip side, Cody Bradford, 2.89 ERA, 1.06 whip, 7.71 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 1.93 walks per 9, a 269 BABIP, a 2.2 FIP, and a 3.43 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Detroit Tigers, 2.72 FIP, 2.83 SIERA the last 14 days compared to 3.52 and 3.69. Hitting advantage does go towards the Rangers here in this one, 120 WRC plus, which is third, compared to 79, which is 28th for the Tigers. But actually, I think I have to switch that because that was Tigers numbers versus righties. I need Tigers numbers versus lefties here, which let's see if those are any better. Which are 100 WRC plus, which is 14th. With that is much better than the 79 against righties. So I think the Tigers are live in this game. I think Detroit's live in this game, and I may want to grab them here at plus 139. I don't really trust Bradford at this big price, and the Tigers bullpen's actually been pretty good, so I feel like I can trust them full game here in this spot. I'm going to go Detroit Tigers plus 139.
Who did you say was for the Tigers again? Because I have TBD on covers.
Cody Bradford.
For the Tigers?
For the Rangers. I have Reese Olsen for the Tigers.
There you go. Thank you. The lines drop. Did the line open up at 10?
No.
Okay. Yeesh. The whole pitching changes kind of throw me off. Cody Bradford's pitched all of 4 times this year. He started 3 of them, went 5, 5, and 4, and then one relief outing, went 2/3. And that was a couple days ago against Detroit. I don't know. I don't think it's something I could back right now. I want to see more from him first, and I'm not interested. I don't need to run to the kiosk to go bet the Detroit Tigers right now. If you're interested in it, have fun. I'm going to stay away from the Tigers Texas game. I'm going to be boring today. I know.
Fair enough. Back to the chat.
Yeah. I'll probably say most of the plays up on the site, Nick, will be yours.
Okay.
So I'll probably let you choose a couple and put them up.
All right.
Other than KC, Detroit haven't taken 2 from a team in a while. I think it's the Rangers have a nice smooth sail. Maybe. Did Rangers switch pitcher? Yes. Both pitchers are pretty even and both stay within 4 to 5 innings.
Yep.
There you go. Let's head to the next game, which woof.
Yeah, I did a free pick video on this one last night. Cleveland Guardians and the Kansas City Royals in this spot here. Guardians minus 150 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history between Bieber and Greinke. And I am not liking my free play anymore because this line was moved against me. Despite I always have tricky times doing videos last night. I really had a tough time picking a game last night. Line opened up at minus 151. It's now down to a 149. When I did the free pick video last night, it was minus 155. It was or minus 156. My bad. It was a decent line move towards the Guardians. Now it's a 2-cent line move towards the Royals. Total opened up at 9 at minus 105. It's now 9 minus 104. A 1-cent line movement towards the under. And this one here. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game. And we have 25% of the tickets, 37% of the cash is on the Royals. The line's moved towards the Royals. I don't like this play anymore. 72% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved slightly towards the under here in this one. Let's take a look at Ballpark Powell Kauffman Stadium, plus 12% runs today, which is third best on the slate. Minus 1 home runs, minus 9 doubles, but plus 21 singles. So decent offensive weather, probably not for home runs and stuff like that, but for hits in general, we should see a lot of those today. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Bieber, 5.28 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 8.69 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 2.48 walks per nine, a 277 BABIP, a 4.41 FIP, and a 3.81 SIERA. On the flip side, Greinke, 7.13 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, 7.5 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 1.13 walks per nine, a 329 BABIP, a 481 FIP, and a 4.14 SIERA. Pitching advantage 100% goes towards Shane Bieber. Oh, wow. I totally missed this spot. That the bullpen advantage goes towards the Royals. 3.9 FIP, 3.76 SIERA compared to 4.2 and 4.74. 111 WRC plus versus righties for the Guardians, which is 8th, compared to 22nd, which is 89 WRC plus for the Royals against righties. I played the Guardians minus 1 last night at minus 123. I don't feel as confident in that play anymore.
Well, I think most people will know I'm about to say. It's an AL Central matchup. That's just kind of a stay away point for me. I don't like these. I'm not good with the AL Central. I'm not good with a lot of stuff right now, but that's not the point. I'm not good with the AL Central. I've never been good at the AL Central for whatever reason, especially like these types of teams. Could Kansas City go out today and score 10 runs? They could. Could they get shut out or no hit? They also could do that too. So when it comes to it, I have no interest in this game, and I just want to stay completely away from it again.
Fair. Back to the chat.
Maybe a play in the next couple of games, though.
Maybe.
Guardians, good luck. The over. I don't hate it, but once again, not betting it. Royals and the under from Big Waves. It is Zach Greinke, so I don't know. I think the Rangers have solved the code and continuing their winning ways. Power Rangers. Good luck, Nathan. Over 9 on the Guardians game. I could see it. Guardians are 3-1 on the road in their last 10 games. Okay. 1-3 at home for the Royals. Okay. I'm going to head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, this one's kind of interesting. Tampa Bay Rays and the Arizona Diamondbacks, minus 110 for the Diamondbacks, total of 10 in this game. See, I had Yanni Chirinos, and that is no longer the pitcher here for Tampa Bay. It's what now?
Jake Littell. Or sorry, Jack Littell.
Jack Littell. All right, let me put that into the spreadsheet real quick.
Littell.
And then it's Zach Z-A-C-K.
Yep.
All right. Versus Brandon Fett, which is coming back up from the AAA for the Diamondbacks here. I have no numbers on Mr. Fed. Little or Littell, 4.5 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, 7.5 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%. 3 walks per nine, a 250 BABIP, a 693 FIP, and a 3.85 SIERA. Let me put go. So now I have the bullpen numbers. Bullpen advantage goes towards it's pretty dead even. 3.1 FIP, 3.6 Sierra for Arizona, 3.42 FIP, but 3.25 Sierra for the Rays. Hitting advantage does go towards the Diamondbacks, 120, which is fourth, compared to 110, which is ninth. Littell, both these guys are righties. So it's a tricky spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, which we had the line opened up at minus 105 on both sides. It's now minus 109 for the Diamondbacks, a 4-cent line movement towards Arizona. Line opened up at a 10.5. It's down to a 10. So the line's moved half a run down on this one. Let's take a look at the money coming into this one here, where we have 53% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is coming on the Rays. And we have 49% of the tickets, 59% of the cash coming in on the under, which tells me they think these two pitchers can pitch well in this spot. I'm personally staying off this game. I would lean towards a first 5 under 5.5, but do not feel the need to force this.
Oh, the first game I'm actually interested in. I like Arizona. Coming off of a rough end to the game yesterday, I think that's going to be the situational spot where they kind of try to bounce back after a bad loss. Everybody remembers the bad loss from last night, and I think they end up having a little bit of a nice bounce back game. I kind of lean towards the under as well. I just think 10 is a little bit too high, in my opinion. So I kind of lean towards the under. So I'd be down to go under with you. I know you said lean first 5 under.
I'm staying off. I really don't have an interest in this game. I mean, what do we expect from Littell? What do we expect from Brandon Fod, who is just in the AAA?
It's a great question.
I would rather.
That's why, it's ultimately stay off. I might not have many plays at all today.
I think this is too variant, I think, for a play in this game.
Yeah. Back to the chat.
Yep. Give me them D-backs. Bullpen day. Yeah. Sheesh. This is a same game parlay type of day for me. There you go. They keep switching switching pitchers. Yeah. Over 10, maybe. Yandy Diaz, 1+ hit. Christian Walker, 1+ hit. Marte, 1+ hit. Diamondbacks, +1.5, +300. There you go. We'll keep on moving on here. The Chicago White Sox are at the LA Angels. Angels -125 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here in this one. Between the Angels and the White Sox, there we go. Line opened up at -161. It's down to a 131 now, a 30-cent line movement towards Lance Lynn and the Chicago White Sox. Line opened up at a 9 -115. It is a 9 -122 now. All right. Let's take a look at the cash flow on this game, see if that reflects it. 68% of the tickets and 57% of the cash is on the Angels, with the line moving towards the White Sox. That's kind of interesting there. That tells me, and we have 69% of the tickets, 55% of the cash is on the over. Line's moved towards the over. Tells me that they think Sandoval is vulnerable in this game. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup for this one. Lance Lynn, 7.76 ERA, 1.58 whip, 12.49 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 3.38 walks per 9, a 368 BABIP, a 526 FIP, and a 3.5 Sierra. So I expect better from Lance Lynn. 5.47 ERA, 1.9 whip, 7.86 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 3.42 walks per 9, a 420 BABIP for Sandoval, 4.26 FIP, and a 4.6 Sierra. Bullpen advantage goes towards the White Sox here. This one, 3.17 FIP and a 3.67 Sierra compared to 5.08 and 4.49. Massive hitting advantage, though, with the White Sox, or with the Angels, 137 WRC plus, which is second compared to the White Sox Well, it's with the 76, which is 25th. Question is, do we think the White Sox can get to Sandoval here with their poor hitting stats? I think Sandoval is vulnerable in this game, and that's what the market's kind of suggesting to me as well. I think the White Sox are alive in this game. I really do. And I'm trying to figure out a way to back them here. The line's moved up, and the money's coming in on the over. Maybe that's an over. Maybe we just not worry about what Lance Lynn is going to do. Lance Lynn can go out there and give up 8 runs in the first 3 innings, or he can go out there and strike out 16 batters. You just got to figure out which one he's going to do. I think instead of trying to figure all that out, you go with the White Sox, team total over 4.5 at even money, and take Lance Lynn completely out of the equation. That's what I'm going to do here. White Sox, team total over 4.5. I think they get to Sandoval here today.
Let's run, Nick, let's put up the first play on the site. Let's take the White Sox money line. Plus 123. In Lance Lynn, we trust?
Yep.
No. And you know what, Nick? I'll be willing to make a bet with you right now. Like you personally, us head to head.
What?
Guys, you're super high on the Cardinals. They're currently 13 games under 500. I'm a little bit higher on the White Sox. They're 12 games under 500. Want to make a wager on who has the better record at the end of the year?
All right.
Leave in the chat. What do you think the bet should be? I want to do a little bit of a wager to see. So
I got the Cardinals and you have the White Sox.
Yes, of who will have the better record at the end of the year.
All right,
that's right. But I'll take the White Sox here. We'll go ahead and help myself out for the first one. No. I feel like Lance Lynn is bound to only pitch better? ?
Yeah, his advanced stats say he should.
And I think the Angels are going to regress, and they're going to end up being a little bit more sellers at the deadline. I don't think they're going to collapse, but I think they'll be a little bit more sellers at the deadline. So I'll go ahead and grab Lance Lynn, and you look at the line; it's moved pretty good towards the White Sox. So we'll go ahead and take them here. A +1. I got 123.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Back to the chat while I go ahead and load that up.
Yep. Ohtani get 2+ hits for plus money. Lance Lynn isn't that good. Yeah, these games. But I'm looking at Giants and Brewers real hard. We'll get into those games. We do not. We'll get into the
Brewers are essentially a lock again.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's take a look at this matchup here, and then we will get into that Giants matchup and that Brewers matchup. Marlins are -110 favorites. Wow, they're -110. I don't know why I'm surprised. I tapped up the game this morning. Total of 9 in this game. They were dogs last night, and I was staring at them as dogs. That was the other game I was kind of looking to do as the free pick video. Line opened up at +120. It's now -107 for the Marlins. Total opened up at a 9 -120. It is now a 9 -103, so a 17-cent line movement towards the under as well. Let's take a look at this matchup here. 69% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the under. The lines move towards the under. 65% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the Red Sox, and the line has moved towards the Marlins. This is a Marlin spot. This is 100% a Marlin spot. Looking at the conditions for the ballpark today, +14% runs, which is the second best on the slate at Fenway. The only one better, Coors Field. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Luzardo and Bayo. Luzardo, 3.99 ERA, 0.78 whip, 10.13 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 1.23 walks per 9, a 232 BABIP, a 296 FIP, and a 2.87 SIERA. He's been awesome. Bayo, 2.35 ERA, 1.08 whip, 7.34 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.64 walks per 9, a 261 BABIP, a 262 FIP, and a 4.19 SIERA. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Marlins here, 3.19 ERA or FIP and a 3.32 SIERA compared to 4.7 and 3.8. Hitting advantage does go towards the Red Sox. 116 WRC plus, which is 7th against lefties, compared to 103, which is 13th against righties. I really like the Marlins in this spot. The line is telling me everything, and I want to find a way to back the Marlins here. You can get a minus 108 in the first 5 innings. You can get a minus 107 the full game. I'm going to grab them both here. Marlins first 5, minus 108. Marlins full game minus 107 for me.
Yep. And that's one of the guys we kind of like to back is Mr. Jesus Luzardo. He's actually been quite good this year. And it's funny to say that the Marlins have had a really good year, and it's not because of Alcantara. That one of their best pitchers has actually been Jesus Luzardo with a 3.77 ERA. Last 2 starts, solid ones against Washington and Pittsburgh, which, I mean, you should have good starts against it. I think he's going to be able to slow down a Boston offense that I'm not super high on. So, yeah, I'll jump on there with you. I got a minus 105 Miami Marlins on the money line.
Yeah, this line has definitely moved since last night, which I was staring at them last night at plus 105, and I wish I grabbed them then. And I'm getting the terrible end of the line, but I liked them last night, and I'll stick with them here.
Okay.
All right, let's head back to the chat here.
Yes.
White Sox money line for show. I have them written down. Kind of like White Sox first 5. Yeah. Oh my God, Tim, stop.
Oh, yeah, that was me saying that the Brewers are locked today.
Yeah. Rise and Cooper both get a hit. Boston play the Marlins well, 8-2 the last 10 head-to-head. They know who to pitch around. All right. Fair. Morning, guys. Good morning, Dad. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MLB games remaining and 3 WNBA. Let's keep moving here. Minus 145 for the Blue Jays, total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at this matchup here, as I do not have a pitcher typed in for the Giants. Let's see who they have here. It's Win. Who is Win?
Bullpen arm, so don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. It's another bullpen. I feel like every other game is a freaking bullpen game for the Giants here.
And
they'll be going up against Chris Bassett. Bassett has definitely regressed as of late. 6.89 ERA, 1.53 WHIP, 8.33 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.3 walks per 9, a 340 BABIP, a 328 FIP, and a 4.27 SIERA. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Giants. I do not have their bullpen numbers because I don't have a starting pitcher typed up, and I need to have a starting pitcher typed up or to get their numbers. Let's type in. There we go. I had to just do it there, so I can just type in. All right, 2.94 FIP and a 3.64 SIERA. I understand why the Giants like having bullpen games because they've won the best bullpens in baseball. I'll say that now. 4.31 FIP, 3.97 SIERA for the Blue Jays, 113 WRC plus, which is 5th for the Giants against righties. They're facing Bassett, and then 105 WRC plus, which is 10th for the Blue Jays versus righties, but they're gonna face both lefties and righties today. Looking at Ballpark Pal here, Rogers Center is minus 4%. I forgot to look at the line history there because we were trying to figure out the pitching matchup here. Let's see, Toronto and San Fran. Line opened up at minus 145. It's now 144. A 1 cent line movement towards the Giants. Line opened up at 115 to the over 9. It has not moved. Let's take a look here at the money coming in on this one here. We have 39% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the San Francisco Giants. Lines moved towards the Giants a penny. 33% of the tickets, 62% of the cash is on the over. Very, very early in these numbers too, because this line did not come out until this morning. I am interested in the San Francisco Giants here at plus 133, and I'm okay with playing them full game here because I trust their bullpen full game. So I noticed I'm playing a lot of full games today, which makes me nervous. But give me the San Francisco Giants plus 133 full game.
Yep. I'm not trusting this this Toronto team right now, and the Giants have been good. Sure, they lost yesterday. They won the day before. This is a Giants team that has been playing some really good baseball. and they're putting themselves right up into a position to possibly try to make the playoffs. I know it's kind of still early in the season to be talking playoffs, but this is a Giants team that's playing some really good baseball right now. Chris Bassett, although I love Chris Bassett, he was really solid last year for us, and it was sad to see Bassett leave New York. But this is a San Francisco spot. If you remember last year, Nick, Bassett had one start against the Giants. I think he went about 0.2 innings.
That's
He
right.
got knocked out early.
Different Giants team.
Different Giants team. I think this one's a better Giants team. So
Yes.
Give me the Giants.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Head back to the chat here. So you like Marlins first five? I like Marlins first five and full game. Sorry for a week straight of Cooper's 7-game hit streak arises on 11. No, keep making your money. Best angle I can find on this game was Bo 1+ hits 13-game streak and Bailey 1+ hit 9-game streaks. There you go. Plus 105 odds. Even money is even money though. Yep. Do you guys think the Aces and the Liberty go over 174.5? That's extremely high.
I kind of like the under.
I have to look at it. Well, we will cap that when we get to WNBA. I like the over 9 in the Blue Jays game. All right. We will move on here. The Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Mets. The Mets minus 180 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Max Scherzer and Adrian Hauser is your pitching matchup for this one here. Line opened up at 181 for the Mets. It's up to a 184, a 3-cent line movement towards New York. Line opened up at 8.5 minus 110. It's an 8.5 minus 106. Minus our 4-cent line movement towards the under in this game here. Let's take a look at the money coming in on this game. 80% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the under. 68% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on the Mets in this game. The line's moving towards the Mets. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal. As Citi Field is negative 6% runs today, which is third worst on the slate. And the pitching matchup here, Adrian Hauser has been bad. 5.75 ERA, 1.82 whip, 4.87 strikeouts per 9, which is 12%, 3.98 walks per 9, 351 BABIP, a 479 FIP, and a 5.52 Sierra. 4.5 ERA, 1.23 whip for Max Scherzer, 11.1 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, 0.9 walks per 9, a 367 BABIP, but a 346 FIP, and a 2.95 Sierra. He's been pitching decently, and the advanced numbers saying he's been getting unlucky too. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Brewers, 4.4 FIP and a 4.3 Sierra compared to 5.25 and 5.12. Hitting advantage goes towards the Mets, 95 WRC plus, which is 19th, compared to the Brewers, 71 WRC plus versus righties, which is dead last. I expect Max Scherzer to go out here and shove today. I'm going to ask him to go out here and shove for 5 innings. Man, that's minus 135. But I'm taking the Mets first 5 minus a half at minus 135. I expect Scherzer to dominate this lineup today, which is last in baseball the last 30 days against right-handed pitching. So give me the Mets in the first 5 innings only. I do not trust this bullpen full game. Mets first 5 minus a half, minus 135.
Yeah, no, thank you. I want nothing to do with this game. I want nothing to do with the Mets. I don't think the Mets deserve to be a minus 180 favorite right now. I don't care who's on the mound. This is a Mets team that's really been struggling, and I'm not trying to go after them. And I'm not taking the Brewers today. I don't trust Hauser. So maybe look towards an over because we have seen runs from the Mets lately. But I'm staying completely away from them right now. There's no use in me wanting to go after it. Sorry to be boring.
Fair enough. What are you guys on here? Another stay away from me. Brewers, still like the Brewers. Don't know why. I mean, I expect the people to love the Brewers. They're a big plus price tag versus the Mets team that can't win a game. So it's just free money for this big plus money underdog.
Yep.
Astros minus 120 favorites against the St. Louis Cardinals. Total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot between the Cardinals and the Astros. One that really pissed me off yesterday because I felt I read the game right. It looked good until they gave up 5 runs in the end. Line opened up at -110. It's now -120 for the Astros. It's moved 10 cents in their direction. Line opened up at a 9. It's up to a 10 now. So a full run line movement up, a full run in this game. Line opened up at 58% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the over. Lines move towards the over. 80% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the the Astros here. 98% of the cash. The line did go up 10 cents towards the Astros. Wainwright, 6.75 ERA, 2.01 WHIP, 4.97 strikeouts per 9, which is 12%, 2.84 walks per 9, a 400 BABIP, a 5.68 BIP, and a 5.54 SIERA. On the flip side, JP France, 3.62 ERA, 1.3 WHIP, 6.68 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 3.62 walks per 9, a 266 BABIP, a 4.6 FIP, and a 5.01 SIERA. The pitching advantage definitely goes towards the Astros here. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Cardinals. 4.09 FIP and a 3.43 SIERA compared to 4.39 and 3.73. 104 WRC plus versus righties for the Cardinals, which is 12th. 98 for the Astros, which is 15th. And looking at this spot for me, do we go over ballpark, pal? No, because this one is -6% runs today. But yet the line's moved up a full run. I think the over's still the look here in this spot. I don't really trust Adam Wainwright, and I could see JP France getting hit. Cardinals offense has woken up a little bit here, and I like the full game over 10 at -110.
Yeah, this is still a Cardinals team I can't trust. And it's old man Wayno, who strongly should have probably retired last year because he is completely fell off the face of the earth. 6.56 ERA. I'm surprised he's still getting starts. He's getting hit. But the problem is that the Astros are not hitting. So this is another one. I have a strong lean towards the Astros here. Am I going to go after it? No, I'm not. So another pass. I think that's probably going to be all the plays I have today are Miami, San Fran, and Chicago.
Sure. Yeah.
In the MLB.
It's a tough slate. It is a tough slate. We have a couple more games. Back to the chat.
Where did you leave off?
Yeah.
Like the Mets today? No, I don't. I don't. I think they're going to lose every single game the rest of the year. Being boring is how you save money. Yep. Thanks, Fernando. Might pull the trigger on them. Not sure yet. That's fair. Astros line moved from 9.5 to 10.
Yep.
Maybe an over, but I can't trust the offenses right now. Or I can't trust the Astros offense. Even though they scored 8 runs last night, they haven't been scoring lately. No play on the game. I have Jordan Walker to get a hit on my parlay 16 game streak. There you go. Astros and the over. Good luck. What do you mean by not taking the Dodgers? I'm not taking the Dodgers? No. Shocker. What? Not going to lay $2 with somebody on the road. What? Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. Phillies -115 favorites, total of 10 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. Line opened up at -105 for the Phillies. It's up to a -118. Total opened up at a 9. It's up to a 9.5. It did get up to a 10 at one point. It came back down to a 9.5, but still a line movement towards the over in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one. We have 45% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the Cubs, and the books do not care. Lines moved towards the Phillies here. 43% of the tickets, 45% of the cash is on the over. The lines move towards the over. So bigger bets and bigger money coming in on the more bets and more money coming in on the under, and the lines move towards the over, which is kind of interesting here. Ballpark Pal has Wrigley Field at +6% runs, +29% home runs. We're getting offensive weather today. Pitching matchup here is Walker versus Hendricks. Walker's been better as of late. 1.5 ERA, 0.83 whip, 8.4 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 2.7 walks per nine, a 189 BABIP, a 337 FIP, and a 4.06 ERA. On the flip side, Kyle Hendricks, 2.08 ERA, 1.86 whip, 3.86 strikeouts per nine, 11%. He's never struck out many batters. 2.08 walks per nine, a 189 BABIP, a 363 FIP, and a 5.50 SIERA. Bullpens are about even on this matchup, and the hitting advantage goes towards the Phillies, 97 WRC plus, which is 17th versus righties, and the Cubbies, 83rd, which is 25th. And I think I'm just going to go back to the well in this game here, Tim. I cashed it 2 nights ago. I doubled up on him 2 nights ago, cashed them both. I doubled up on him last night, cashed them both. Why not double up on him again today to complete the sweep? I'm going to go ring the bell here. Phillies first 5, minus 120. Phillies full game, minus 118.
I lied. I'll jump on Philly too, going for the sweep. I guess the fade spot was the Cubs every single game in this series after the London series. I don't know who they play next, but who do the Cubbies get next? Cleveland. All right, that should be fun. Where they get to go up against Cal Quantrill, Tanner Bibby, and TBD, probably Gavin Williams. So that should be fun. I'll jump on the Phillies with you going for the sweep. They've looked good lately, and the Cubbies are starting to fall off a little bit.
Yes.
That division's wide open for the top 4 teams. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice try.
I'll take the Phillies with you, minus the 1. Can I get 18? 11, minus 111.
You can get minus 111. All right.
It's on Top Bet.
Yeah. Cubs money line for Fernando. Under the under 10. I like the Cubs today. I do not. We'll head to the last baseball game, and then we'll get into some WNBA. LA Dodgers, Colorado Rockies. Minus 200 for the Dodgers, total 12. Let's take a look at the line history here between Sheehan and Anderson. Line opened up at minus 210 for the Dodgers. It's down 201. Line moving 9 cents towards the Rockies. Line opened up at 12.5. It's down to a 12. Line moved half run towards the under. It's juiced towards the under, so it's not a full half run move, but it's a half run move. We have 13% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on. My bad, 14 and 97. It just updated on the Rockies. 67% of the tickets, 43% of the cash is on the under. The line moved towards the under. Big money coming in on the Rockies here in this game, which tells me the Rockies are live in this spot. Do I want to back Colorado in this one? Not particularly. Ballpark Pal has this at 27% runs, which is the best on the slate. No surprise. Coors Field is usually the best on the slate for offense. Emmett Sheehan, I believe, has pitched twice. 1.5 ERA, 0.858 whip, 5.25 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 3 walks per nine, 8.034 BABIP, a 5.28 FIP, and a 5.98 SIERA. I expect massive regression from him. Anderson's been bad. 8.54 ERA, 1.75 whip, 7.52 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%. 3.42 walks per nine, a 321 BABIP, a 851 FIP, and a 4.81 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Dodgers. 3.24 FIP, 3.44 SIERA compared to 5.31 and 4.77. Hitting advantage goes towards the Dodgers. 95 WRC plus, which is 20th, compared to 81, which is 26th. I have neither interest in neither of these teams right now. This is a very easy pass for me.
Yep, the boring, easy end of the slate is not going after it. The Dodgers they're treading water until they get their pitching staff back. And then after that, they're going to end up finishing like 20 games above 500 again and winning the division. It is what it is. Probably grab the Dodgers now to win the division.
They're chalk still.
They're probably still chalk, but they'll still end up finishing high enough to win the division. I don't really see Arizona. Arizona will probably finish with 10, 12 games over 500. They'll get a wild card or something because Dodgers will end up finishing 15, 20 games over. But No, not the last game of the night. I'll stay away from it.
Yeah. This is a tough series with the. You're also laying stupid prices with the Dodgers right now.
On the road, yeah, not something I'm interested in. Dodger first 5-run line. Chase is getting rocked the first inning, calling it now.
That may be yes from first inning, but that's probably chalk too.
There you go. Let's head over to the WNBA.
Yeah, and we're going to kick it on off here with a little bit of a bum fight. The Seattle Storm, 2.5-point favorites against the Minnesota Lynx here in this spot here. Let's switch over to the WNBA for both my ticket numbers, my market moves, and all that fun jazz. Line opened up at a -2.5, right? Nope, it opened up at a -2. Now it's a 2.5 for the Storm. Half-point line movement towards Seattle. And the line opened up at a 166. It's down to a 162.5, a 3.5-point line move towards the under in this game. I hate when these line moves like 3.5 points and stuff like that because I find myself not being able to get involved with it. 65% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the Storm. The lines move towards the Storm. And we have 89% of the tickets, or 87% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move towards the under, which is telling me the under is probably the play. But at 162.5, is it still the play when you could have gotten 166? I mean, that was open. My bad. I gotta keep in mind with Bet Online, it opens it up way too early. Let's take a look at the other books real quick. I'm gonna start looking at DraftKings numbers for WNBA because Bet Online opens them way too early and moves them 800 points. It opened up at 163. It's down to a 162.5. It opened up at -1 for Seattle. It's now a one -2.5. So kind of tells me under and Seattle for this game. I'm kind of interested in the Storm here. I think that's where I kind of want to go. Here's Seattle money line at 140. I think that's not a bad price. So Seattle money line here for me at 140.
Yeah, no, I grabbed Seattle -2.5. I think it says a lot that the lines moved. Actually, when I'm going to pull this down because when I did the video last night, it was a 1, and a 163.5. So I know you have different numbers and stuff. That's just kind of how I look at it. So I've seen a 1.5-point line movement since I talked about it last night, and I like the Storm then. I still like the Storm. I think the line movement says it. Minnesota's been playing better as of late, and yet the line is still going away from them. Not to mention, we just saw these two teams play, and Minnesota won 104-93 last game. I had the under in that one, so that one was not fun. I could see an under in this game, and I kind of like Seattle. So I'll grab Seattle -2.5 as my play in this one.
All right, back to the chat.
There is none. Next game.
Indiana Fever -2.5 against the Phoenix Mercury. Total of 161 in this game. Let me grab DraftKings numbers. For this one, line opened up at a -3 for Indiana. It's down to a 2.5, so a half-point line movement towards the Mercury. Line opened up at 161.5 and has not moved. Let's take a look at the line at the money for this one here, as we have 25% of the tickets and 72% of the cash is on the money line for the Mercury. I don't really have a ticket count I have 79% of the tickets on the spread for the Fever, no cash flow. 77% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over, and the line's not moved. I kind of think the Mercury are the play in this game. And I know the Mercury have been really bad, but the fact that the lines moved down, all the big money is on the Mercury here in this spot, tells me that they are a live dog in this game. So I'm gonna lean towards the Mercury in this spot. Don't know if I want to make it official for the Mercury, but I lean that way.
Yeah, I normally would go, yes, let's grab the home. I have no trust in the Mercury. I'm not touching the Fever, though, as a road favorite, though. I think defense will be optional in this game. I think Indiana will be able to score at will, and I think Phoenix will be able to put up the points as well. When it comes to this one, I know Phoenix has one of the worst offenses in the WNBA. I think actually they have the worst offense. Their defense has been one of the worst as well. Yeah, they're allowing 8. These two teams are both bottom 4 teams in terms of defense. 84.79 points allowed per game for the Fever, 87.5 for the Mercury. I think this could be an up and down the court type of game, and it's going to go over the total of 161.
If you think that way, maybe the look for this one is the Phoenix Mercury team total over 79.5 at -115.
No, I would go Fever first.
Took the 81.5 for the Fever, -120.
I'm going to go over in general.
Yeah. It's tricky for me. I'm going to stay off this game.
This one's the big game.
Yeah. New York Liberty and the Las Vegas Aces. 6.5-point favorites are the Aces, total of 174.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement here. This line opened up at a 7. It's down to a 6.5, so a half-point line movement towards the Liberty in this game. The line opened up at 172. It's up to a 174.5. So the lines moved 2.5 points towards the over as well. Let's take a look at the line history. Matches a move towards the Liberty and a move towards the over. 95% of the tickets are on the over. I don't have a cash flow on that. 64% of the tickets and 84% of the cash is on the Aces, and the lines move towards the Liberty, which tells me the Liberty are live in this game a little bit at 6.5 here. 24% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on the Liberty money line, but that's -275 on the opposite side. Yeah. I kind of think the over's a decent play in this one, and I think I want to take the Liberty team total over 84 at -120. I think that's kind of the way I want to approach this game. I think the Aces can go ahead and drop 100, and I'd still be okay with this because I think the Liberty are able to score some points in this one. And with the way the line's moving tells me that the Liberty are live in this game. And I know I've been somebody that's been backing the Aces an awful lot, but this line movement screams Liberty are live in this one. They've been going over like crazy. I'm gonna double down on this spot here. I'm gonna take the Liberty team total over 84 and the full game over 174.5. This one. I know you like the Aces, that's why I'm staying off the spread. But I think that the Liberty score at least 84 points in this game.
As crazy as it sounds, I could see an Aces trifecta here. I could see them going off from the very beginning and just getting up big and just coasting and winning this game by 15, 20 points. Don't get me wrong, the Liberty are great. I don't like them on the road right now. I think they need to work on their chemistry just a little bit more. And I think it's just because you look at their road games and they just don't look as sharp on the road. Although they have a couple of nice wins there, but I'm gonna take the Aces tonight. Aces 13-1 this year, and they're covering most of their spreads at home, and that's where we're gonna grab them is at home. We'll take the Aces minus the 6.5.
Good luck.
So Aces Storm parlay plus 116. I like it. Over, I could.
Yes, over.
I kind of lean under, but that's just me. Liberty minus 6.5. You get some really big plus money. All right. Take the over in both games. There's 3 of them, and yeah, I could see the over in all the games. I could see an under in the Seattle game. And then this Liberty game is kind of up in the air for a total. I kind of lean under. But
that is all the games. That is all the chat for right now. And so it's time for
housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook. Pick some parlays, premium plays. Merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com website. All linked down below. Check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parlays YouTube channel. At 7 a.m., I went over all 3 of the WNBA games. Obviously, we just talked about them. Go over there. Leave a like. Show the boss man I'm doing a good job. Recapping, I really got not a lot in baseball today. White Sox, Marlins, Giants, and Phillies. And then I have the Storm over in the Fever game and the Aces
Yeah, I'm just typing in my card for WNBA onto Twitter. I've got Padres run line minus 118, Tigers money line plus 139, Cleveland minus 123, Chicago team total over 4.5, even money. Miami first 5 minus 108, full game minus 107, Giants plus 133, Mets first 5 minus a half minus 135, Houston St. Louis over 10, Philadelphia first 5 and full game. In the WNBA, I'm on the Seattle Storm minus 140. I'm on the Liberty team total over 84 at minus 120 and the full game over 174 and a half at minus 115.
There you go. That's going in the last 2 games that we talked about. I'm not super high on the over in the Vegas game. 174.5 points is a lot. Maybe if you think it's going to start quick, maybe grab a live under, but anyways, that's going to be it for today's show. We'll be back tomorrow. A's money line. Yes. We'll be back tomorrow, 10:30 for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Bye-bye.